Hi, welcome to my channel, Hecate's Hearth. Today's pick a card is going to be a short one, at least that is my intention. For this one, we're just going to see what do you need to focus on right now. Okay, we have 3 piles. Okay, we have pile number 1 with sodalite, pile number 2 with pyrite, and pile number 3 with carnelian. So go ahead and take a second to choose your pile. Once you've chosen your pile, you can find the timestamps down below in the description box. You can choose more than one pile. If you need more time, you can always pause the video. Okay, and I will see you when you're reading. Pile number 1, you chose the sodalite. Right, what do you need to focus on? Hecate, may I tune into pile number 1? Tuning into pile number 1. What does pile number 1 need to focus on? Hecate, may I be a clear channel by your power, hail, and blessed be. What does pile number 1 need to focus on? What does pile number 1 need to focus on? Okay, we're just going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to try to make this quick because I think this should be straightforward, quick message. What do you need to focus on? Okay, the collective reading that I uploaded for on Sunday might have a message for you. Just some of the cards I peeped while doing the, that is way more than 3 cards. Let me see how many's here. Well, I did keep seeing this one. You know what? Let's just take it. It's one more than I was wanting. So you're needing to overcome rejection issues. You need to focus on what blessings you have. Focus on the task at hand. Keep yourself busy. You do have love and support around you, overcoming negative thinking. So it's like really like removing your focus from negative thinking. You may, though, in order to do that, need to bring awareness to how you are, I'm hearing, sabotaging your love connections, relationships, and your work here due to feelings and fears of rejection, abandonment, not being worthy or good enough. So you need to examine that so that you can work through that and let go of that. So you need to focus on building your self-worth and your self-esteem so that you don't sabotage the beautiful things that you have in your life, relationships and jobs. What does pile number 1 need to focus on? You need to free yourself from negative self-talk, negative self-thinking. So examine and then work on replacing them with positive thoughts and thoughts that lift yourself up and are empowering, and recognizing your self-worth, your self-esteem, doing things that make you feel good about yourself, whether this be doing things that pertains to your looks or doing some kind of spiritual practice, an empowerment practice, working with deities that make you feel empowered, working with dark goddesses such as Hecate, Lilith, or goddesses of beauty and love like Aphrodite, Venus, or Zulefreda. And if you're meant to work with deity, they will show you signs, whether in dreams or in waking life. They will call you, so to speak. We have false person. Some of you need to drop the false mask. Some of you are afraid of revealing your true self due to fear of rejection. So you need to be unafraid to be who you are and not worry about performing or what other people think. Okay, to just naturally be yourself, especially in relationships. There's too much concern about presentation and worry of what others think and of trying to be something or portray yourself in some way. But you need to just be yourself. Be yourself, and the right ones will love you and gravitate to you and accept you. High honors. Yeah, this is about focusing on self respect and love for yourself. Self respect in relationships and in work. And I think for a lot of you, this is particularly in love relationships. And this Eight of Pentacles, for a lot of you, is instead of representing work and career, it's representing you working on yourself and building your self esteem and your confidence and your self worth. We have disappointment in some affairs. So you are holding on to past disappointments. You're worried about having disappointments, and you need to free yourself of that. You may want to do a cord cutting from past relationships to free yourself from any connections or any traumas. Okay, you can do a cord cutting ritual, cord cutting bath. I think it's best always to combine doing ritual baths with candle work. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Yeah, this is all stemming from lack of self-worth and worry about people not accepting you or people betraying you. And also, too, the whole thing of that someone is against you. This is your own negativity that is actually working against you, your own self-doubt and lack of self-worth, fear of abandonment, fear of rejection. Okay, let's pull a couple from this deck and then we'll close you out. What does pile 1 need to focus on right now? What does pile 1 need to focus on right now? Okay, psychic abilities, seeing yourself clearly, seeing the truth of who you are, working on your third eye. And this will also affect your perception of yourself as well. Full moon, working with the full moon, doing beauty rituals, self-care, maybe working with moon water or meditating in the moonlight or doing some kind of beauty ritual or self-confidence or self-empowerment ritual. Okay, that is what I have for you, pile number 1. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching today and receiving this message. If this resonated, leave me a comment or a heart emoji or something that shows how it resonated if you want. And if you want to show support to the channel and help my channel grow and reach a wider audience, please do subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, hi pile number 2. You chose this pyrite. So let's go ahead and see what you need to focus on. We're going to make these quick. Pile number 2, need to focus on Hecate, tuning into pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to focus on? May it be a clear channel for you to speak through by your power, hail, and blessed be. What does pile number 2 need to focus on? Okay, I'm feeling this has something to do with money, success, or some kind of goal. What does pile number 2 need to focus on right now in their life? What do they need to focus on? Okay, there's some kind of ending. Transformation. New beginning. Okay, so letting something go. Queen of Wands, this could be a person, or this could be letting go of issues around control, or even self worth, or something to do with control. The Hierophant. So this is like issues stemming from religion or some kind of societal programming or expectation. So maybe that's where the control message is coming into play. Like, not, okay, so it's like you need to focus on freeing yourself from limitations put upon you by society about what's possible or what is right for you or what is good or how you should be. Okay, so letting go of allowing societal or religious ideas and norms or expectations, or even expectations of family or friends or social groups, letting yourself free yourself from those expectations. Let's see what we get here. So pirate can also be, excuse me, a stone of empowerment. I was seeing the Ace of Pentacles, excuse me, when I was splitting the deck. So it may be the need to release these things for some of you so you can focus on new and better opportunities. Maybe there are restrictions on you holding you back from doing something in the area of career that is unconventional. And you're going to need the confidence and freedom from those norms or expectations in order to pursue that. I could say, what does pile number 2 need to focus on right now? What does pile number 2 need to focus on? We have Clover, so changing your luck for the better. Yeah, freeing yourself from these expectations will open up opportunities from you, will free you from, I'm hearing karmic bondage, or it's like the karma is everything. It's literally what we think, what we say, what we act, the things that we've been programmed with. So that makes sense. So it's like changing your fortune by changing your karma, changing your beliefs, your words, your actions, freeing yourself from the past constraints of these programmings, which is a form of karma. Key. And this is going to open up new opportunities for you, open up even new abilities within you, or abilities that were always there within you that were dormant. So for some of you, it's like psychic abilities, spiritual gifts. It doesn't have to be limited to that. It could even be some type of artistic gifts that you're wanting to pursue that perhaps you're being programmed or told by maybe your family, maybe groups that you belong to, that you can't make a career in that and you need to stick to something conventional. We have take care enemies are working against you. Yeah, it's this programming that's working against your best interest, or even the people around you, like I said, family, friends, or institutions or religious groups that you belong to that have limiting beliefs that they are imposing upon you that you need to free yourself from. Because it is holding you back, it is confining you. Okay, you might be drawn to, I think I told Pile 1 this too, that you might be drawn to, or there might be a message for you in the collective that I did, that I posted on Sunday. Beware of great pride. Beware of great pride. It could be the people around you really prideful about how sure they are of right and wrong, or what's right for you. And I feel like, I don't know, you're needing to step into pride. You're needing to be proud of your peacock feathers and flash those feathers, and do not allow these forces around you to confine you or to shame you for your gifts, your skills, your talents, or who you are as a being. to dim your light. I'm feeling like rather you need to do the opposite of what that card is saying. You need to be proud of your peacock feathers, your bright and beautiful feathers, stepping into a new experience. Okay, so trying something new again with that Ace of Pentacles. It didn't come out, but I kept seeing it in the shuffle. So a lot of you might be thinking of using these unconventional gifts or skills to do something unconventional to get money or to make a career. That's too many. We're trying to keep this short. So let's see. I think we'll stop there because we want this to be short and concise for this topic. What does pile, I just saw the karma card. What does pile number 2 need to focus on right now? Yeah, freeing yourself from your past karma limitations. So really this is just confirmations that we're trying to get with these other cards. We have safe travel, gratitude, and shift. Okay, so shifting into this energy, maybe you need to travel to get away from this energy or to go be by yourself or to explore those gifts, skills, talents. Express gratitude or be grateful for your skills, gifts, or talents that are unconventional or maybe not accepted as normal or something you can do a career with by society. And having that gratitude is going to shift your whole perspective and help you free yourself from these limitations put on you by others, by these expectations. So perhaps going on a little trip somewhere, a little road trip or something, to maybe get away from those influences and have some time to explore your own self in your own way, or even to connect with others that align with what you want to do. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you coming by the channel and showing support and love. And if you want to help the channel grow even bigger, please do subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Take care. Okay, pile number 3, you chose the carnelian crystal. So let's go ahead and tune into your energy, pile number 3. Tuning into pile number 3, Hecate, what does pile number 3 need to focus on? May it be a clear channel by your power. Hail and blessed be. Okay. So just from the cards I'm peeping, it's like focusing on the power of your voice or words and being very mindful of how you speak. Speak in alignment with what you want to manifest. Being mindful of your words or focusing on using your words to manifest. What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? What does pile number 3 need to focus on? Yeah, communication, receiving messages. I feel like actually really it's giving messages, allowing yourself to, I feel like this is allowing yourself to channel messages or get into flow of speaking and communication, using your words to influence, not in a manipulative way, but in a empowering way. How do I explain that? It has to do with like charisma and things like that. Charisma and magnetism. Let me see what other cards we get. Yeah, you're meant to be using your voice to channel information, intuitive, channel information from the spirit realm, spiritual wisdom and guidance. And I feel like that still ties in with, that's interesting because this can mean like manipulation, but I meant like, I did say that here, but I meant it in a positive way. I'm trying to think of how can I explain that concept. It's like say you're in a group of people talking, it's having the ability and wisdom to use your words in such a way that the conversation goes in the direction you want or to benefit you or um, I don't know how to explain this concept that I'm trying to explain. It's being very aware of your words and the power they have and how you can use your words for the bettering of your life. For example, you can use your words in a way to make people think bad of you, right? Like talking down about yourself. Um, I can't think of any examples, but hopefully you're getting this message and understanding what I'm trying to say. Using your words strategically. So, being very focused on the power of your words and how you use them, not only in your daily life as far as manifestation goes, but in groups and crowds of people, if you speak to people, or anytime you're around people speaking. Whoops, oh my goodness. And just being very strategic with your words and also using your intuition to guide you onto the right path. But it involves using your words as a way to help you in life to better yourself and to move yourself forward. Okay, and I'm hearing the word charisma again. So maybe some of you are meant to be leaders of some kind or to guide people with your words. What does pile number 3 need to focus on? Yeah, it's like mastering the power of words, of communication, of your voice. What does pile number 3 need to focus on? You can even think of it as like a salesperson, right? They're very clever and strategic with their words to get people to buy a product. It doesn't have to be like bad manipulative. It's how to explain. Let me get my book of shadows and I'm gonna see if I can find. Give me a second, because I feel like it's one of the paths of power. Let me see if I have a good explanation written down. Give me a minute. I gotta find it. It's somewhere in here. The keys. Let me see. Is it personal power? No, hang on. Willpower, mental discipline, personal power, altered states. I thought this was one of the 8 paths of power, no? Okay, yeah, it's personal power. So I'm going to read this whole thing for you. So personal power. I actually took an oath a long time ago not to share any of this stuff. I don't know. I feel like I need to share this one thing. Let me ask my pendulum if it's okay if I share this. Can I share this one thing on personal power? Okay, I'm sharing it. Personal power is the ability to influence people's judgments and or emotions. Empowerment is confidence and self-esteem. This is a passive presence of power and authority. By having control over one's self and actions, one may also learn to assert the will of the self over others. This power can be used to influence one person to crowds. Personal power is also one's ability to raise and direct energy. It is thought projection, the power of suggestion, enchantment, and amplification. The personal power may be asserted. Personal power can manifest as assertiveness in conversation, debating, and controlling conversations, such as the direction, right? You know how conversations can change direction, like you having control through your words, how that conversation moves and flows. To strengthen personal power, control over self and actions, raising and directing energy, empowerment, confidence, and self esteem, awareness, serpent awareness meditation, attuning to deities and cycles of nature. Okay, so that does fit in with what I was saying in the beginning of using your words with manifestation, power of manifestation as well. Okay, what is pile number 3? No. Yeah, these cards keep flying out. So yeah, definitely learning to direct and focus your will. It may be scattered. Or you may be scattered brained and you need to clear your mind so you can channel messages more effectively. So a lot with communication with channeling, and also communication as a form of self-empowerment, direction, and manifestation. Okay, what does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? Let's get some confirmations. What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? Clouds. Yeah, you need to get clear. You need to be clear with your communication, including your thoughts and how you communicate with yourself and others, and how to master that aspect of yourself, the power of communicating in words and self-mastery, unexpected money ship. Yeah, it's going to help you manifest more money, help you to manifest forward movement. Maybe you're a little stuck right now and things are not moving as you would like. Or it's going to help you, mastering this skill will help you in the area of money and getting a clear direction forward with it. Okay, it could even be just an extra little message that you're going to receive an unexpected gift of money. Maybe you've been trying to manifest that. What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? Let's just get 3 cards. What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? You should accept valid criticism. So that kind of ties into what I was saying about examining your words and everything, how you speak, how you think, and being mindful of how powerful that is, and how to weed out the unnecessary criticism, and the good criticism is like the kind that will help us become better people. Okay, we'll just take one. What does pile number 3 need to focus on right now? Let's get confirmations for what pile number 3 needs to focus on right now. What does pile 3 need to focus on right now? Okay, boundaries. Okay, using your voice to assert boundaries. Again, that message of assertiveness as a means of gaining personal power and empowerment with our words. Affluence. Yeah, you've been trying to manifest money. I was seeing that in the shuffle. I was seeing the magician and the ace of pentacles, and that's why I was saying like, okay, something about um, using your words. And I also saw the knight of swords, or it was the knight of swords. So I was like getting like using your words to help you manifest money and air. This is all about words and our voice. Yeah, so being very assertive with your words, within yourself, with your mind, and how you speak, and be very controlled with it. And this is going to help you manifest money. So a lot of you are trying to manifest a better financial situation for yourself, or to have more influence within a job or a workplace. And so studying this whole aspect of using your voice strategically and in a way to direct conversations or energy. Okay, this is also about directing energy. And maybe I should flash that book so that if you want, you can read it or take a screenshot. Where did it go? I knew that. Hang on, somehow I lost my book. I don't actually call it a book of shadows. I don't know what I call it. It's just my book, my spiritual book. Okay, now I gotta find it again. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you can take a screenshot if you would like. Okay, so there you go. All right, Pal 3, that's it for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this resonated, you enjoyed this, please do subscribe. If you haven't already, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps the channel out. And of course, you watching helps the channel out. And I appreciate you being here with me today and receiving those messages. I wish you many blessings. Take care.